Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Max24, and January is over. We have now entered the month of February, and with the new month means a new haul video, the first haul video of 2024. In these videos, I show you all the movies, pop figures, video games, and various other collectibles that I picked up in that month. Before I show you everything that I bought, please let me know what you bought in the comments below. Let me know things that I bought that you're like, oh my gosh, I really want that. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell friends, and all that. Otherwise, us YouTubers, tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I upload on Twitter and TikTok, sometimes Facebook, barely over Instagram. Follow me, subscribe to me here. And with that, let's get into my monthly haul video. So I did myself very proud in the first month of 2024. I got a bunch of movies, a bunch of collectibles, a bunch of video games, and even a book or two, alright? I was on a spending spree. It was great. I loved it, alright? Maybe my bank account didn't love it very much, but I did. So without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into the movies. And for movies, I got a nice little collection, partially orders that were delayed a couple weeks from like the Best Buy cutting their physical department. Others were just sales, and some are Oscar-worthy movies that I, watch all the Oscar movies, and I'm like, I need to get these movies before, but before Oscar season so I can check them out. So we'll just jump right into, I first got The Post. The Post is a real story about The Post, about a newspaper, and it's a really good one. It's been a while since I've watched this, but I believe it was nominated for an Oscar the year it came out. If I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think it was an Oscar movie, and that's why I watched it the year it came out, and I really enjoyed it. I remember really enjoying it, especially Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks. I mean, they're the leads, and they're fantastic actors. They're fantastic at what they do. So it's been a while since I've watched this, so I don't really remember all the exact details of the film, but I'm excited to check it out again, and it's really going to look nice on my real story shelf. Then I got Ferdinand. Ferdinand is a Blue Sky Studios movie. It's not a very good animated movie, but Blue Sky is no more, and I want to get all of their, animation, all of their movies. I'm trying to get all, like, the big, animation studio movies, and they're a big one. I mean, they made Ice Age, so I don't really remember much about this. I watched it when I was younger, and it was stupid. I remember that. It wasn't good. So, you might ask, why are you getting not good movies? But that's because you gotta complete the collection, right? It's, like, legally required, I think. Then I picked up Bad Times at the El Royale. This was on sale. I've never seen it before, but I've heard good things, so I wanted to check it out. It's on my list. It's on the backlog, but I couldn't pass it. It was like $10, and I'm like, hey, $10 for a 4K with a movie that people liked, or at least decently liked. I don't know if they really loved it, but people definitely liked this one. So I can't wait to check it out. Let me know if you've seen it and if it's good. Then I picked up Rain Man. Rain Man is a classic film, and this is a nice new 4K release of it from, I don't know who did the 4K release. Let's see if it says. It doesn't say, it just says MGM, but I believe it was some boutique Blu-ray company. But yeah, if you haven't seen Rain Man, you definitely should. I think it's a really heartfelt movie with Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman, and it's a good one. It's a classic. My parents made me watch it when I was younger, and ever since then I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. And now I'm happy to have it on my shelf. Then I picked up The Color Purple. I've never seen The Color Purple, but with the musical coming out, I was like, hey, I should watch the original one. I still have not watched the original one. I still have not gone and seen the musical version, all right? They're both on my list. It's been a busy month, but I'll get to them eventually. But yeah, let me know if it's good. And this is a new 4K release, so I'm like, hey, it's going to look nice on the shelf, so. Then I picked up Trading Places. I have not seen this one either, but this was on sale at Best Buy because, again, they're exiting the physical media games. I was like, I should get it. And I've heard good things. I know people love it. So, it's on the list. It's on my list of what to watch. Yeah, it's a long list. It's getting longer by the day. Then I picked up Trolls Band Together, the latest Trolls movie. I do not love the Trolls franchise. It's a fine franchise about musical, singing, pretty, colorful trolls. And it's definitely not the best that DreamWorks has ever done. And I have not seen Band Together yet. I did not go to the theater for it, but I own all the DreamWorks movies on Blu-ray, and so I was going to be buying this eventually, or watching it eventually, so I might as well buy it, and then I'll watch it. It's on the list, alright. I need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Then I picked up Strange World. Strange World is the latest Disney animation movie not counting Wish, the latest non-musical one. And it was fine, alright? It for some reason got a lot of hate when it came out, and I didn't really understand that. I don't know where that came from. Like, it was not a bad movie. Sure, it was not, oh my gosh, this is amazing, I love this, and I need more of this. but it was a fine, good, decent movie, right? I had a good time with it. I don't know why Disney has had a hard time, making animated sci-fi really click with audiences, but this is just another one in a long line of they didn't click. It didn't click. If there's no music, I guess people don't like it. But they also didn't like Wish, so I don't know. I don't know what the rules are. But yeah, if you tune this one out, I'd recommend watching it because it's a good one. It's a fun one, so I don't regret it, and it's got a good cast behind it. So then I picked up The Last Duel. This was a Ridley Scott movie that came out last year, and it was good. It was good. Yep. I think that Ridley Scott wanted a little more from this. I think he probably wanted to be nominated for an Oscar, and it wasn't. But I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it. It's just, yeah, and Adam Driver and Matt Damon are just great. I love Adam Driver and Matt Damon. I think Adam Driver especially, give him more roles where he can just act, right? Where he can just act his heart out, okay? Because in Star Wars, just like every single Star Wars actor pretty much ever, they're kind of more shoehorned into a certain role and a certain motif and, a certain character. But this lets Adam Driver act. Just let it all out, please. Thank you. Then I picked up Rio 1 and 2, these are both Blue Sky movies, alright, and everybody knows Rio, everybody knows The Little Bird, and I think Rio 1's definitely better than Rio 2, but they're both decent animated flicks, right? I wish this took off more than Ice Age, because I didn't need 20 Ice Age movies. But yeah, it's Rio, and I love me some Rio, and they're on my shelf now, so yeah, there we go. Then I picked up Ron's Gone Wrong. I did not watch this one, it kind of just passed under everyone's radar, but it got really strong reviews, so I'm surprised why it passed under everyone's radar. I'm excited to check it out because I've heard good things, but again, nobody seemed to go watch this one. So, yeah. Then I picked up, these are upgrades, both National Treasure movies. I had them on DVD, but I was like, hey, you might as well upgrade. And so now I have them. I don't understand why they haven't made a third one. National Treasure, great movies, all right. Nicolas Cage is just in his A game here. Especially the first one, it's just such a fun little adventure. The second one's not as good, but they're still both fun little adventures, and I need to see more. I need to see more of these. Come on, bring them, make them, please, thank you. Then I picked up Past Lives because it was nominated for Best Picture, and I watch all of the Best Picture movies every year, and I just thought, hey, if I'm going to rent it, I might as well just buy it. And this was a really good one, all right? It's not my favorite of the picks so far, of the ones I've seen, but it was still really good, very heartfelt. It's just about, two people who didn't really connect when they were younger and just kind of reminisce about what could have been, the life they could have had. And it's not a movie I really gravitate towards, but I don't regret watching it. And it's definitely higher up there on the list than some of the other ones, so. Then, along with that, I picked up The Holdovers. This is also nominated for Best Picture this year, and I like this one more. I think it could be a really fun yearly Christmas watch. All right, it's a quality movie about a grumpy teacher and a kid getting stuck at the school during Christmas and just having to bond and stuff. It's like a story we've seen hundreds of times before, but the acting's really strong here, and it's really funny too. Quality film. Definitely recommend. Then I picked up Dumb Money. I have not seen Dumb Money, but, I've heard good things. It was the GameStop movie that I think they probably made for like $20, because it literally just happened like 2 years ago. But yeah, they acted fast in this. It's got a star-studded cast, too. I mean, seriously, so many different actors that you know and love. And I'm excited to check it out because I've heard good things. I've heard that it's a fun one. It's really funny, and it's just weird and quirky, and the entire GameStop story is weird, so, that makes sense. Then I picked up Gran Turismo, based on our true story. This is not based on the video game. It's based on a true story involving the video game. Yeah, but it's going on my video game shelf, and people consider it a video game adaptation, even though it's... I don't know, but it's a good one. All right, racing, heartfelt story. I mean, it's not great. It's not amazing. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, this is going to change cinema. But you won't regret watching it. You won't regret sitting there and watching, especially David Harbour. He's great. So, yeah. Then the final movie I picked up was the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. A video game adaptation, and I buy all the video game adaptations and watch them eventually. I have not watched this one yet. I've never been a big FNAF fan. Never. I played the first game, and I was like, okay. And they made like 30 more, and I was like, I'm not playing these, but thanks. So yeah, let me know if it's good. All right, I've heard very mixed things. I've heard fans love it, but like general audiences hate it, and everything in between. So let me know. But yeah, those are all the movies that I picked up in the month of January. Now let's get into the video games, at least physical video games. And for that, I got Far Cry Predators. This is like one of the first Far Cry movies. It's one of the first Far Cry games ever made. And, you know, the series has come a long way since here. Like a long, long, long way. You play this game, it's dated. But, you know, I wanted all the Far Cry games and got to add it to the collection. And, you know, it's a piece of history, so... Then I picked up Battlefield Hardline. This is, you know, I played this game when it first came out for a little bit. This Battlefield was an interesting experiment that didn't really, I don't think, paid off as well as they wanted it to. But yeah, I needed all the I'm collecting all the Battlefield games. I'm collecting a lot of complete franchises, and I was like, hey, I need to get Hardline. I'm going to need it eventually. It was like $10 where I was, and I was like, okay, might as well grab it. I wonder if they'll ever make another one. They probably won't ever make another one of this. It's, again, a very interesting, weird experiment that just didn't pay off. It didn't really go anywhere. Then I got the Lego Movie, the video game. Now, I own this on digital. I played through the entire thing already, but I didn't own it on physical, and so I was like, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna get it on physical. I enjoyed this one, all right? It's not a great Lego game by any means, but if you like the Lego Movie, if you're in for a fun time, then check this one out. Again, it's good. It's fun. I enjoyed it for the most part, so. Then I picked up Fire Emblem Engage. I like the Fire Emblem Three Houses. I played a little bit of those Warriors games, and I was going to check out Engage when it first came out, but I just missed it. But now I'm like, hey, it was on sale, and Nintendo games never go on sale, and I was like, I'm going to play it eventually. Might as well pick it up, add it on the shelf, and then get to it. I got a long backlog, though, so it might be a while. Then I picked up Pikmin 1 and 2. This is the re-release of the original two Pikmin games. Such great games, alright? I remember playing Pikmin 1 and 2 at my friend's house on his GameCube for hours on end, and I'm so happy they got a Switch re-release. I can't wait to dive into these once more, go through that nostalgia trip, because Pikmin is just a great franchise, and it needs more love. And then I got Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I skipped out on Pikmin 3 because I did not have a Wii U, alright? This one breezed right past me, and then when I got a Switch, I got caught up in a lot of other games where I didn't ever stopped and picked up the 3 Deluxe, and then Pikmin 4 came out and reminded me how much I love Pikmin, and so I needed to buy this. And now it's going to be on my shelf forever, and I'm going to check it out eventually. This is everyone's least favorite Pikmin game, but I'm excited to give it a shot. Those are all the video games I picked up, and now let's get into collectibles. And collectibles, oh, I got a decent amount. So first up, we got OB from Loki. OB was the best new addition to the cast. Seriously, such a great character. And look at that cute little pop figure. He's holding the little handbook. He's got his little glasses. It's so adorable. I gotta collect all the new Marvel characters. And again, this was like the best new character of Loki, so very excited to have him on my shelf. Then I got Aemond. I don't remember all of the kids' names. This is the House of the Dragon guy that lost his eyes. Is he Aemond Targaryen? I believe so. Yeah, I got all like the House of the Dragon pops they've released so far, and so I needed this one. And look at how cool he looks. Look at that. The Game of Thrones pops are so nicely detailed. I love them, and he looks menacing, and I love it. Along with that, I got the king himself. What's his name? Viserys? No, yeah, maybe no. I don't remember what his name is. But look at him in all his decomposing glory. Oh my gosh, it's such a great pop figure. And again, the detail in the Game of Thrones pop figures is phenomenal. Then enough with Game of Thrones. I also picked up the two best characters from Obi-Wan. Well, from Ahsoka, not Obi-Wan, from Ahsoka. Balin and Shinhati, look at them. Shinhati? Yeah. Look at them. Great pop figures. Great characters. I'm excited to see more. Sadly, we won't probably see more of him because the actor passed away. But we're going to probably see more of her, and we'll probably hear what he's doing, or they'll recast him. I don't know. But still, both great characters, and I can't wait to see more of them and their story. And again, these pop figures are really nice. Then I picked up a Pokemon, and that is Sable. I don't know what generation this one's from, but I get all the Pokemon pop figures, and this one just looks like a depressed frog, and I love it for that. All right, let me know what generation this one's from, because I don't really know a lot of the new Pokemon. All right, I know like my generation Pokemon, but Sable, what are you from? Sword and Shield, maybe Sword and Shield. Let me know if I'm wrong. And then that was enough pop figures. I also picked up some other types of collectibles. These fancy World of Warcraft figures. This is a Night Elf Druid. They're a nice collection of McFarlane toy statues that they're making for World of Warcraft. You can equip them to be any class, well, 2 classes. Each one comes with 2 classes. I believe this can be a Druid or a Rogue. I picked the Druid for the Night Elf because that just makes sense. And then along with the Night Elf, I also got the Orc Warrior, specifically the rare one, so that he's got brown skin. Look at him. They're so nicely detailed. Amazing. And I just, yeah, I have 2 more ordered with the 2 other ones they've made, but they're not going to be here for a little while. So, you know, here's hoping they get here sooner rather than later. And then I picked up one more collectible that's in the corner. So I'm going to move my camera to kind of point at it because it's like really up there. It's the Assassin's Creed 3 figure. All the way in the corner. The Connor, he is part of the collector's edition. You can kind of see him back there. I didn't want to move him, so he's back there. This is also just my flex of my collection. So, you know, wanted to get that in there. But yeah, that is all of the things that I picked up in the month of January. Let me know all the things you picked up in the comments below. Let me know what things I picked up that you're like, oh my gosh, I want that, or things that I picked up that you're like, why would you buy that? What is wrong with you? Let me know. That's what the comments are for. Please like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and I hope to see you in the next video.